Russian strikes on Ukraine continued this week in the city of Kramatorsk in the Donetsk region Wednesday. A reminder of the war as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy met with U.S. President Joe Biden at the White House Thursday.
Let me be clear. Russia will not prevail in war. Russia will not prevail. Ukraine will prevail, and we'll continue to stand by you every step of the way.
As part of his plan for victory, Zelenskyy is pushing Biden to allow Ukraine to use American weapons to strike targets deeper inside Russia.
I raised with President Biden the plan of victory. Today we are preparing to discuss the details to strengthen the plan, coordinate our positions, use and approach.
The White House says no announcement is imminent. Zelenskyy's visit was marred by Republicans angry about his visit Sunday to an ammunition factory in Pennsylvania, a battleground state in the November U.S. presidential election. Republicans alleged the visit was, quote, a campaign event designed to help Democrats, and they called for the firing of Ukrainian ambassador to the United States, Oksana Markarova.
We're in the middle of a hotly contested national election, and we don't need foreign countries intervening and letting their opinions be heard at a time like this.
Zelenskyy held a separate meeting with Vice President Kamala Harris, the Democratic presidential nominee. She underscored that it's up to Ukraine to decide how the war will end and criticized Republican Vice Presidential nominee J.D. Vance, whose proposal to end the war would mean Ukraine has less territory and will not join NATO.
These proposals are the same of those of Putin. And let us be clear, they are not proposals for peace. Instead, they are proposals for surrender, which is dangerous and unacceptable.
On Friday, Zelenskyy is set to meet with Republican presidential nominee, former President Donald Trump, who has in recent days increased his criticism of the Ukrainian leader and the Biden administration, blaming them for prolonging the war that followed Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February 2022.
A deal could have been made if we had a competent president instead of a president that egged it all on. And Biden and Kamala allowed this to happen by feeding Zelenskyy money and munitions like no country has ever seen.
Trump's comments have created anxiety not only in Ukraine, but also in some European capitals that have been supporting Kyiv's war efforts.
To turn that around and suddenly give Moscow a great deal more leverage by calling into question the flow of arms to Ukraine, political support for Ukraine, etc., is handing a victory to Moscow.
Ahead of Zelenskyy's visit, the U.S. announced $8 billion in new aid for Ukraine, including a Patriot air defense battery and other weapons. Patsy Widaguswara, VOA News at the White House.